Hello everyone, my name is Attila and welcome back to my Western Roman Empire campaign. So what happened in between parts? Well, my priest killed an enemy agent and I have dismantled a few troops from several armies that weren't really needed, so my income is back up again. Anyway, that is just about it. Just give this guy some more skill and give me some random other skills just to make him come a lot closer to the final seal needed. Anyway, so we're beginning to stabilize things again after I decided to raise the entire Sahara for a lot of money. And that did cause me issues, didn't it? Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I don't know a way to go around that. Well, I could have just left them there and let them rebel, but I didn't want the, whatever they called, the guys that previously owned them. I didn't want them to have like a path, those guys, to have a path to get back to me, if you see what I mean. Oh, and you're... you bastard! You bastard! Well, I have an army, not nearby, but in the vicinity, and you're freaking back again. That's the same army, right? That raided that city lastly. I'm pretty certain that's the exact same army. And yeah, I got to fight this, even though it's one guy. Yeah, I'm so dead. Well, we'll have to fight that on the battlefield. And problem with that is that the army that is responsible for that will just continue to flee from my main army. And I can't push too far with my main army either, because that makes it very vulnerable. My territory in general, vulnerable to the Allen attack, or the possibility of an Allen attack. But yeah, back to the Sahara bit. Yeah, I didn't want those guys who previously owned it to have like a bridge, if you would, a land bridge, like a path to get to me via. So right now they had to go through either a completely desolated desert, or they have to go through my, not my ally, but my trade partner, and one of my closest friends. Yeah, sad but true. I believe, yeah, it's Africa. The faction is actually called Africa. So that's what I did, but turns out it may not have been the best thing to do. Speaking of things that are probably not the best thing, this situation, this is bad. Oh well.
Enemy outnumbers us.
Hopefully they won't get a bullseye hit on me here, although they probably will. Oh, they're getting closer at least. And now I'm getting hit from the side. And I believe they are close enough. Let's get to it. Oh, there we go. Well, I say there you go. It actually only caused 2 kills. 2 deaths. But this should be a lot better. Well, if I couldn't be turned into jam by the onlookers, of course. Well, not for me to decide, I guess. Well, at least I can get a couple of hits in before I die. And this tower is still active. And it's, yes, it's being captured. I was in doubt for a second there. And a bullseye on their own troops. Thank you very much. And how... this is down to 68%. Well, I see no reason to hold the formation. Well, I could, and it would probably... well, I don't know. It's not gonna be an effective formation. Although it would protect me against the pesky archers. I guess there's that. And could you please break this down so I don't have to, like, bear the onager that much longer? Or what do I know? They probably will continue firing, even though that'll mean friendly fire. It does increase morale and speed? No, that's probably something else. Anyway, how's the morale looking? Yeah, we're losing morale. And, of course, no reason to just sit back here. And why do I not have increased block chance? Oh yes, I disabled that mod. Yeah, I played some multiplayer games with a friend of mine. And, of course, because that was a mod, I had to disable the mod before I could play again. So I had to disable the UI mod for a time. And I forgot to re-enable it. So, thankfully the blood mod is not a mod like that. Thankfully. But yeah, I'll have to re-enable it. I really would like to take care of that navy. I would really like to take care of that army as well. Caucasian separatists. Interesting. Also, by the way, I love how this is CIA's idea of like, hey, more edgy, more violent. Oh, look at... that does not look good at all. It's like adding fire to that picture. It's like, ooh, suddenly makes the blood pack worth it. I can't necessarily say I agree. But yeah, let's try to go after them. Although they're probably not be into that. Or maybe I should stop over here in the meantime. Yeah, God knows what the Allans will do in the meantime. That's really what my concern is, I should say. And of course, a rebellion will spring up here, which is also going to be a reason for worrying about stuff. But there's not too much I can do about that. I could send this army down, but that will leave this region in a situation where it probably would have a rebellion. So that's not an elegant solution either. And yeah, I said in the previous part that I would have these guys return, and I didn't lie. So let's see what happens, just as an experiment. That turns it neutral. And you would like to go that way. So what happens after you leave the region? It's now at, okay, it's still actually neutral. Nope. Right there, -6. Yeah, so we'll basically trade it there. So we still have instability, which actually accounts for all of the unhappiness. Oh, and also uncertainty. But yeah, that'll go down 2 this turn. So simple math dictates that this will go to 95. And then it will go. Then it will go to 99. Yeah, it won't go away in time. Although I probably could. Yeah, I could get back there immediately. So I guess. Although this isn't going to help either. But really, what this army is really here for is to stop a rebellion. Like, squash a rebellion. And I do have another army nearby, so hopefully that'll be enough. But time will show. So, where did I... Yeah, I expanded this, but do I want to use that now? Or do I want to use my money elsewhere? Where did all my money go? Oh yeah, probably fixing the raided city. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, talked about that army. And I do have an army that... Is it in range? No, it's out of range. Damn. But I can get them to the neighboring city and start recruiting. That's all I can do. Very unfortunate, but very true. And that rhymed, accidentally. Hey! Actually, taking this city, would that be wise? I don't think that would be very wise. Because that will turn these guys into a horde faction. Which means that they get a ludicrous amount of movement points. So, whenever I attack them with a superior army, they'll just try to run away. Although I do have armies coming from both directions, because I'll turn these guys around the second I capture this. So I should be able to, like, squash them. Unless they try to run south. And if they do that, well, good on them. Yeah, I'll take this opportunity. I do believe that was the best thing to do. So occupy that. Soak up some instability. repair some stuff. Ooh, also get some skills. Nice. There we go. Seems fitting in this specific region. And I was gonna say turn them around, but of course you can't do that here. Actually, I did forget that for a second. Anyway, fleet back to Tinkis. And help out a bit with the unhappiness. And yeah, not too much else I can do there. Not too much else I can do like overall in terms of money. So I can't build stuff, but I can move people around. 90. What happens when I leave this region? +1. Hey, nice. So yeah, this army, as I stated in the previous part, will for a time be used to journey around here in between these 3 cities and just provide happiness, basically. And once they are stabilized enough, I'll use that army to recapture the remaining rebel regions in Iberia. At least that's the plan. Oh, would be nice to take this. Although it's really just a ruin. And apparently these rebels haven't done anything with it. And looking at the happiness, that really shows. They're gonna get like, the rebels are gonna get their rebels again. Which they have done several times, I think. Oh well. Oh yeah, and I can have at you again. So, the integrity is low. Oh, I don't have the money, of course. But then I can enable an ability. Oh yeah, why didn't I think about that? So if I'm afraid of this region, that it will rebel. Well, on the other hand, I also have this region to worry about, which will surely rebel. Damn. So many things to worry about. Well, I guess I can hope that the rebellion will spring up here, but it probably won't. But yeah, I can hope. So let's see, how does that help? -3, okay. If I really want to stop a rebellion from happening, I can just attack that, and it will actually go to +1. But I am definitely able to hold the instability for quite some turns before this actually springs out to a full rebellion. So I'll keep the tax going, because hey, I love money. But the tax thing may have to be used here, eventually. And yeah, I think that is just about it for this specific turn. So let's end it. Oh, are they actually... No, still not attacking. I guess that's good. That's very good. But what was I about to say? Yes, 2 turns. Well, 1 turn after this turn, end turn, is done. Till I can get my elite Palatina. Of course, that's gonna cost me almost everything, I think. Ah, damn it. My commands! Why you do this to me? A very crappy army. With a lot of onagers, for reasons. But I have absolutely terrible defenses right there. Although it should be stated that I have an army nearby. Very much nearby. Oh, and is that a rebellion I see? I think that's a rebellion. How? No, seriously, how? I thought I stopped that from happening. Seems like I didn't. But yeah, let's fight this on the battlefield, get as much damage done as possible, and also hope that the layout of the city is favorable. We'll have to see. And it... Oh, is this... yeah, this is actually... It's not amazing, but it does have 2 choke points. Meaning, I can block them both off simultaneously. Also, one of them can build a barrier in like the mouth of the choke point, which means that I can use my Plombate at point blank range. Just how I like it. Of course, the enemy does have onlookers, so I really need to be worried about that. And indeed I am. So yeah, here's what I'm talking about. All coming from over here, eh? No, never mind, never mind. Not at all. But yeah, I would really like all of these guys to get to use their Pronpate. I guess I won't have the chance. Only one of them. Yeah, that formation is unfortunately not gonna work it that well against onlookers, but so be it. Oh yeah, and these guys, sending them up there. Oh yeah, yeah, I probably should do this. Keep the defensive testudo. Well, keep me from using that until the last second, so I can throw stuff in their faces. Unless they use their skirmishers and shoot at me, then I'll have to enter formation ASAP. But where are the onlookers? Well, one there and two there. Okay, sure thing. That's really not... Those trees are not well placed at all. They're gonna burn. That much I can pretty much guarantee. Thankfully, these towers seems to be focusing on the axemen. Or maybe they just happen to hit a lot of axemen. But the axemen are definitely the most dangerous unit, unless you take the onlookers into consideration. Which you probably should, but if they're not moving, they're not going to be that dangerous. Okay, they'll focus on the most forward units, I guess. And right now, it's the Germanic levy. Still not in the cap circle. Oh, there we go. Oh, and hidden units. And there we go. So that's one. Still have one firing. Not for long though. And this one is probably not gonna get to fire anything. And probably the same here. But I guess we have to wait and see what happens. At least I'm thinning the enemy ranks. So already 100 and over 10, like 120 right now. There we go, 120. I just died. Which is pretty sweet, not gonna lie. What happened? Ooh, that was nice. So the collapse actually kills. I never realized that. Wow. Either I don't pay attention. Yeah, I probably don't pay attention. I'm not gonna say the or, because the first thing is probably a correct one. So I gotta watch out for these archers. The second they start firing, I'm gonna have to enter formation. Although my units are hidden right now, so they shouldn't be able to hit them. Well, they could hit them, but they shouldn't be able to target them. Very soon visible now. What is my range, by the way? I don't know, but these guys also have throwing weapons. Missile damage is 94, mine is 80. I think it's actually best here to go into formation. Oh, and certainly because they're now starting to fire on me. So are you also going for these guys? Well, thank you. But they are hitting me in the back here. Damn. Damn. No, seriously, why is this doing so much damage? The missile block chance should be through the roof here. But it isn't. Oh well. Let's give these guys a welcoming present. To the face. Yeah, I definitely lost here. Those bowmen are actually pretty powerful, apparently. Also, probably should have saved the Bombate for the dramatic warband. Oh well, 1-on-1, I think I'll win here. Against these guys, just because of the sheer damage they've taken. But they're definitely gonna whittle down a few of my men. And they're also gonna keep them occupied. Which, I guess it's the biggest worry right here. Because these guys, yeah, I don't see them holding that long. And I think I'm being targeted. And the men are already wavering. Well, I can see why. I'm not gonna blame them for routing easily. Although they do die a bit easier than I thought they would. Oh well. Nothing I can do about that. And yeah. Nothing else I can really do that requires like perfect timing, so might as well speed this up. Well, at least they're killing a lot of their own men. So we're now down to almost 1100, so we killed 500 actually. Close to. And take that down a bit. And then we have 435. Which is less than I hoped for. But I guess it's pretty fair. Oh well, any potential rebellions that I wanted to avoid is definitely gonna spring up now. So thank you for continuing to raid. Also, didn't you want a peace agreement with me earlier? Are you going to attack me? Really? Oh yeah, of course you have onagers, because everyone seems to have them. Oh well. Though I know it's relatively early in this episode. Well, not really. We're looking at 23 minutes here. But I know that this battle is going to take a while, so I'm gonna save that for the next part. So hopefully you're cool with that. And I know you are, because you tend to be a cool dude. At least from what the guys commenting on my videos seems to be giving off in terms of vibe. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching this part, and as always, I hope to see you guys in the next one, where I'll actually get to use the Bastion Onager, which I don't think I have gotten to use in this campaign yet. So that's gonna be sweet, although the result of this battle may not be that sweet. We'll have to see. So I thank you so much for watching once again. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.